What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with something that's super fun and not just me talking for 20 minutes. It'll be a lot of me talking, but not just sitting here in the vlog chair chatting. So today I am bringing you the 24-hour readathon vlog. So I had never done a 24-hour readathon before. I had seen that ReadbyZoe was doing one, and then Sasha Alsberg was also doing one with ReadbyZoe for the holidays, and it is kind of a holiday-ish 24-hour readathon, but it is like my own. I called it RoyReadingCo readathon, and you can follow that hashtag on Twitter and Tumblr and see a lot of my updates there. So let's get into it. Hey bookworms, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to see you guys again. Today I have something super fun. So this is gonna be a little bit of a longer intro because I got a lot to talk about. I tend to make bad decisions really late at night, and I was hanging out in my bed, PJs on, ready to get some sleep. We're also standing by my new Christmas lights on my bookshelf because I'm really excited about them. And I was like, it's the perfect time to do a 24-hour readathon. So I did watch a couple of 24-hour readathons. I watched Peruse Project, Reagan, hers for November, which I think was her like Thanksgiving readathon, and then I just watched ReadbyZoe's like Read-athon with Zoe or Read with Zoe for holiday, which was super cool and fun. And when I first thought of a 24-hour readathon, I'm like, oh my god, nothing but reading for 24 hours, like this is going to be really, really difficult. And then I realized that they were doing like other stuff with their day, because I knew that it was going to be really hard for me to find a day where I didn't do anything but read. But tomorrow's kind of the perfect day. My grandparents have moved in with us to get off of the island of Puerto Rico, so they're with us. And like if I read all day, they don't care. I've done that 3 days this week. So they'll like sit with me while I read. But tomorrow they did ask to take me out to lunch, which is super sweet of them, so I'll be going out to lunch with them. And then I have 2 vlogs I need to film tomorrow. I'm gonna film my fall semester in review and maybe something else, maybe like my January TBR, we'll see, to get ready to post next week. And I was gonna take like this next hour to edit my December TBR because it's only like 10 days before the month ends. It's okay, but it's gonna have to wait because readathons are more important. I put a little bit of light makeup on because I don't like to sleep unless my face is completely clean, and I'm not gonna want to get up and go through the whole hassle of taking off my makeup and washing my face again. So tomorrow, 2 things that we'll be taking a little bit of a break from. Maybe we'll get some snippets of those, but then mostly reading. I might have to go Christmas shopping with my mom for a little bit at the bookstore I work at, so maybe you guys can come along for that. Yeah, excellent. And I don't know why I thought that was true. I've been planning a 24-hour readathon without any sleep for a very long time. And since I finished college and I finished this semester, I've been super excited. Hello? And I've been wanting to do one for so long. If you couldn't tell by my voice, I am ill. So sleeping is probably the only thing I should be doing right now. So I thought about making this a themed readathon because like Zoe's was holiday themed, but I'm looking at my bookshelf and I don't see a ton of like themed books that could be holiday. And I kind of just want to see how much I can read in one day. I kind of want to read Once Upon a Time Regina Rising because I feel like it'll be super fast. My goal is to read 3 books in totality in the next 24 hours. So, Shadow and Bone in the TBR pile. Okay, so this book has been kind of speaking to me off the shelves shelves. I read it a super long time ago. I was like maybe in 5th grade. The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, and it's like a fae, it's like an early middle grade, early YA fae novel. So I have my TBR for this 24-hour readathon. So book number 1 in the mix is Wizards of Wands by Cressida Cowell. Book number 2 is A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. This is a super cute little romance. It's really short, and I didn't purposely pick short books, just all the books that I wanted to read happened to be short. The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and Regina Rising by Wendy Tolliver. So I wanted to give you guys a little peek at what I'm wearing for this readathon. I'm in my PJs. These are some of my favorite Sakatumi ink socks. Pardon the mess on my floor. They are the William Shakespeare socks. You can only use the power of the bard in a time like this. But, yep, I'm in my PJ shorts and a comfy shirt. Something light and airy for hours of reading. Okay, I'm testing the lighting in full darkness, and it's not as bad as I expected, if I'm being honest. You can see me a bit more than I thought, and it's probably only going to be for like 2 hours. Look how lovely my bookshelves look. I'm fueling up a first cup of coffee and some goldfish. I'm trying to acclimate myself to being in the dark but being awake. So that is why I'm in the dark right now. Okay, my timer has just started. I'm eating my last couple of goldfish. I have a timer set for 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, which just started. It is 12 a.m. and I'm about to dig in to Wizards of Wands by Cressida Cowell. Here we go. Officially 1 hour into the RoyReadingCo readathon. It's 1 a.m. and I'm feeling a little tired. I don't know if the coffee hasn't kicked in yet, but like I'm feeling a little sleepy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna keep reading. I have read 80 pages of The Wizards of Wands by Cressida Cowell in the past hour. It's super cute. I'm like almost done. Kind of. I'm like halfway, maybe a little less than halfway through. So I think I should be able to finish this by 2. I've also been super distracted and like checking websites and posting social media updates and looking at my like friends' updates on Goodreads. So hopefully as we continue into this challenge I gain a little bit more focus. None of my lights have shut off yet. We are still completely in the lightness over here. And I have my laptop as another source of light to keep me going. So, back into it for the remaining hour. 2-hour check-in. It's 2 a.m. and I am 67% through The Wizards of Once, and I think I read like over 100 pages in the past hour, which is amazing, and I only have like 120-ish, no, like 110 pages left, which isn't bad. And I think that I could do it in the next hour and finish by 3 a.m. Christmas candle lights are in my windows just went off, so that's when you know you're getting deep into the hours of nighttime. Wizards of Once, read about 20 pages so far. We're literally only 21 minutes in. Doing good so far. So it is 2:53 and I just finished my first book of the 24-hour readathon. I just finished Wizards of Once. Where is it? Wizards of Once. It was super cute. It was a really funny, fast-paced, like imaginative adventure. It was fantasy. Oh, I lost another string of lights. It was super fantastical and fast-paced and easy to read. It was also filled with like really beautiful, hold on, let me see if I can find one. Oh, I just passed a good one. Illustration. And stuff, so it made it really fun to read. Unfortunately, I did have the advanced reader copy, so it wasn't a complete version of the story. The story has since come out. It came out this past October, but I don't have the full edition, so a lot of the story is based in the illustrations, and my copy was missing a couple of the illustrations, so I might have a few holes in the story, but overall, I really, really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, because it was super cute. Okay, bookworms, we are chugging right along. I need my glasses because I can't really see. And now it's time to pick the second book. And I was going to just dive right into Regina Rising next, but I think that is a high concentration of fantasy. So next we're going to do A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. And I have been looking at this book for a while and wanting to read it for a very long time. And it is a romance told from the perspective of like 13 other people other than the 2 people that are in love. And it's kind of a quick one. It is 243 pages, so not bad. So let's get into it.
The night sky once ruled my imagination. Now I turn the dials with careful calculation. After a while, I thought I'd never find you. I convinced myself that I would never find you. And suddenly I saw you.
Alright people, it's 4 a.m. We are 1/6 away through this reading challenge, this readathon. About a third of the way through Sandy Hall's A Little Something Different. It's I'm not like loving it. I think it is partially because I just read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and like they're of similar context. They kind of look the same, but this one just like doesn't really compare to Fangirl, unfortunately. Yeah, like the Chinese guy just like told Leah like, oh my god, you guys are like perfect for each other. Like you're meant to be together. And she was like, what? Wait, what? And it's stupid and unrealistic. Anyway.
First I thought you were a constellation. I made a map of your stars and I had a revelation.
I'm not very sure how I feel about this book so far. Things just seem really cliche and kind of dumb. Not really how things work in college. Like people don't say that people sound like a skank queen of Cockblockville. That's just inaccurate.
You're as beautiful as endless. You're the universe, I'm helpless, and an astronomer in my best. When I throw away the measurements, like a telescope, I will pull you so close till no space lies in.
Like, it's a totally cute idea to have 13 different perspectives, like the perspective of a bench and a squirrel. But this squirrel is stupid. Like, it's just not realistic that a squirrel would remember a person that had, like, fed them maybe 3 weeks before. Just doesn't make any sense. I race over to where she's sitting on the bench. I preen for her, fluffing my tail. I hope she recognizes me. All squirrels look the same. I think I'm just getting tired now, but this is just getting more and more funny.
And suddenly I see you.
Okay, it's 5 a.m. I'm really feeling awake now, and I think it's literally just because I've been up for so long. I no longer really feel tired, but I feel pretty good. So reading along, 70% through, a little something different. Gonna finish it by 6. 5-hour check-in. We're almost a quarter of the way through this reading challenge, and if I get pretty far, I might take a nap in the morning. But I have not decided yet. But now to update the social medias and finish this book so I can read something else. I've realized one of the problems I have with this book, is that there's a lot of slut shaming. I just got to a chapter where it's wintertime and it's snowing and they're having a snowball fight and the squirrel shows up again. Squirrels fucking hibernate, okay? God damn it. Someone just woke up. I know I'm nervous. 5:30. I closed my eyes because my dog came in. I'm supposed to sleep for an hour. It's now 7:30. And I don't really know what happened. But we are not losing hope on today. So let's go. So it is now 9:30 and I have not really read much. I've been like checking social media and posting updates and stuff. But I have like 10 pages left and 10 and a little something different, and it's gonna be fine. I do think that this was a bad idea for my health because I feel infinitely worse than I did yesterday. So we're gonna see how today goes. So really, I just kind of had to focus on reading because that took me 10 minutes to finish a little something different. So I'm gonna get dressed and try and eat breakfast and caffeinate myself and put meds in my body so maybe I feel a little better, and then start book 3. But I'm gonna go update everybody and then we continue this. Okay, so I'm out of bed. 2 books are read. We're 9 hours. And this is really not a great look for me. Okay guys, so this is what I'll look like today. I have a shirt that says the book was better on it, with like a little denim shirt, some leggings, and some little socks that'll go under my bean boots. And I'm gonna do some makeup, so I am ready for the day. And I will film that and just show you what it looks like. Forgive the state of my room, you know what's happening. And I'll do a really quick filming of it because I'm going to do the makeup book tag later next week. So this is my makeup look for the day. It's like, I was gonna go natural, as I always tend to start out, and then it just kind of turned to this like little glam, kind of orangey fall smoky eye, even though it's December. First or second cup of the day, technically. Probably get another one at lunch, and probably make another one when I get back from lunch. Alright, coffee's going to go. Oh my god, this noise is obnoxious. Hold on. Okay. So, coffee is going to go. We are officially reading. It's only 12 o'clock, so I only have 12 hours to read 2 more books. But like, my average rate is like 2 to 3 hours per book. So with that math, I can read like 4 books. Between 4 and 6 books. Yeah. But now I am back to reading Regina Rising, A Once Upon a Time origin story for Queen Regina. And I'm like 6 chapters in, 65-ish pages, and it's pretty good so far. It's not like the best book I've ever read, but it's like a nice, quick, entertaining read. You don't have to think too much about it. So my dad just got home from work, so I took his car and left him there with them in case they need to learn anything on the computer in the next hour and a half. And I'm gonna go to the bookstore where I work for about 2 hours, do some reading, and try and finish up Regina Rising. If not, I'm gonna go straight. Finish up Regina Rising and maybe do some blogging / writing. How are these parking spots? Oh, everything is full. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm gonna park in the church. It's not Tuesday, right? It's Wednesday. I think the AA meeting is on Tuesday. So, there's a church behind my bookstore. And you are not technically supposed to park in the church lot, but no one's gonna catch me. And I am super sneaky. Okay. Beep. Excellent. We are here.
Suddenly I see you. I was a billion little pieces till you pulled me into focus. Astronomy in reverse. It was me who was discovered.
I finally have a book. I'm reading Shadow and Bone next, but I get to use my book bow. I've been wanting to use my book bow for so long, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to be reading Shadow and Bone, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, and now it's in this beautiful cover, and I'm super excited.
No sé, el sábado va a ser a las 54.
A billion little pieces. You pulled me into focus. Astronomy in reverse. It was me who was discovered. A billion little pieces. You pulled me into focus. Astronomy in reverse. It was me who was discovered. Suddenly I see you. Suddenly I see you.
Okay, fam. Hold on, I look ghastly. Okay, I look a little less ghastly. It is 12:12. No, sorry, 12:22 a.m. The 24-hour readathon is officially over. So Wizards of Once was the first book that I read, and I gave it 4 book stacks out of 5. Little book stack emojis. Sandy Hall, a little something different, was the romance, the love story, the realistic fiction that I read, and I gave it 3 book stacks / 3 stars on Goodreads, but really it's probably more of a 2.5 for me. I just wasn't that into it. Regina Rising, I gave a 5 stars, but I was probably leaning more towards like a 4.5. Now that I look back in retrospect, I think I was just so engrossed, but now that I actually think about some of these things, it's not like the best book I've ever read, but it was a pretty good book. It was a fun book. And from what I read of Shadow and Bone right now, it's either going to be a 4 or a 5-star depending on how this goes. Apologize if this is a bit of a long vlog. Slept for about an hour, so it's pretty much no sleep, and I had been up the entire day before then, so it wasn't like I just read for 24 hours, but I also was up almost 40 hours straight, which was very tiring. Yeah, so I didn't know if people actually like slept through these things. Some people I guess do, and I choose to be hardcore in most things, but it was so much fun, and I was actually really impressed with my reading speed. I also didn't know what other people's kind of goals and TBRs were, like how many books they plan to read in a 24-hour period. So I just went for 5. I just picked 5 books I've been wanting to read. 5 is a nice round number, and I honestly didn't think I would get through the 5. I thought there was a slim chance, and I was especially thrown off by the hour of sleep and distractions throughout the day. So my TBR had 5 books on it, and I ended up reading like 3.75 of those 5 books throughout 24 hours, which is, I was really impressed with. And some of them are a little bit shorter, so I don't know how much of an achievement it is, but so I did read all of Wizards of Once by Cressida Cowell, and it was super good. It was super sweet and funny, and just a really great middle grade read, and I hadn't read middle grade in a very long time. There were a lot of fun illustrations, and I just really enjoyed this one and kind of flew through it. That's Shadow and Bone. But I read a little something different, which is just, it was a really cute concept. It was a love story told from 13 different perspectives, except for the ones of the people that were in love. But I just really didn't enjoy this book. I think it's especially because I had just read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell like 3 days before, so the love stories just were like compared to Rainbow Rowell, this just wasn't enough of a love story for me. There's a lot of like, they're supposed to be in college, and there was a lot of like high school drama, and there was a lot of slut shaming in this book, and I just did not enjoy that. And like the idea of 13 different perspectives is cute, but like, why include a squirrel that tells me like basically no information and talks about acorns the whole time? Like, I just was getting so annoyed. And some, like, it would say 13 different perspectives, but it'd be like someone listening in on a conversation between the 2 people, when it literally could have just been between the 2 people and would have been the same exact thing. So I was really disappointed by this one. I thought I was going to like it better, and there's a sequel, but I don't think I'm going to be reading it because I just didn't like this one. And then I read Regina Rising, which is one of the origin stories or background stories to Queen Regina, the evil queen from Once Upon a Time on ABC Family. And it's just, I think it's a YA book, but it was a decent length. It was like 350 pages, and I really enjoyed it, and I read it pretty quickly. I mean, they are smaller pages, so they're kind of quicker to read, but yeah, they're like this size. But I really enjoyed this story. I really liked it a lot. And I can't wait for there to be another one. So, Regina Rising. And then I got about 3/4 of the way through Shadow and Bone. I don't want to take it out of the jacket because it's already bending, but Shadow and Bone is in here, I promise. And I really enjoyed it a lot so far. I'm hesitant to really engage myself in this book because there are 2 more, and I just have so much to read that I don't know if I can commit to another series right now. But I'm like really loving this book, and I wish I gotten to finish it in the 24 hours because that would have been a nice even leave off pace. So 3.75 books, which was pretty much 2/3 of my entire reading goal for December, taken out in 24 hours. And I would for sure do this again, maybe in a couple of months, maybe over like spring break or something, doing another reading vlog. But I had so much fun, and I feel like I didn't even really read that much because I kept getting distracted, and like I would be interrupted and I'd have to stop and do something else and all sorts of things. So I feel like if I did really just have like 24 hours in the house by myself to just read, I would have read like maybe completed the entire 5 or even read a 6th. But I'm really proud that I read like 3 3/4 books in one day. That's like, I think, a pretty decent amount of reading for one person to do in 24 hours without sleep. And I'm really impressed that I only had 2 cups of coffee throughout the entire day. So I am super excited and very pleased with what I did, and I had so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. Let me know in the comments if you did a 24-hour readathon this holiday season and what you read and how far you got, and if you would want to see another one of these again in the future. So make sure you check out the blog channel. It's been a little bit inactive lately as I'm finding vlogging to be a bit easier in terms of communication, but I do want to put some more reviews up there before I go back to school. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments. Make sure you check the blog. I'll link it down below, and I should be doing some reviews for some of the things that I read. And make sure you check out my social media. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest, and Goodreads as RoyReadingCo. So you should be able to find me on all of those things. Go give me a follow or go see what I'm doing. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And before we sign off for this vlog, yes. So my top book for this readathon I originally thought would be Regina Rising, but now that I'm thinking about it, I really liked Wizards of Wands, and then I went to work a few days later and I recommended this to 3 different people and got them all to buy it. I just love this story so much, and it's a series, and I can't wait for the next one, and I think it's such a good idea to have the drawings and the illustrations, and it's such like a sweet world and such a light, fun read, and I had a lot more fun than I've had in a while reading, I think, reading this one. It just was such a fun read, and I could not put it down because there was just so much happening, and it was such a good plot line. And the characters were really like relatable, and yeah, so I think this one is definitely my top read for my 24-hour readathon. And with there being a favorite for this readathon, there has to be a least favorite, and I think you can already see what it is, but it was for sure A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. I think I gave it like a 3-star review on Goodreads and on Tumblr, but I think I would actually give it like a 2.5, and now that I look at it, it's just, it wasn't a great story. It wasn't bad. That is it. That is it for my 24-hour readathon for this holiday season, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, go check out the blog, all my social media, and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and let me know what else you guys want to see from me